Hello, this is Martin from Soen, and you're listening to Brutally Delicious podcast.
One, two, three, four. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast.
Hey, how
Hello,
are you?
Martin.
Last time we talked to you, you were in your daughter's room showing us her snake. I think it was during COVID.
Yeah, now I'm in my son's room, and he also has a snake.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
I was going to ask whether he has a hamster or had a hamster, and now there's just the snake.
We actually have hamsters too. My younger daughter has 2 hamsters and a dog.
You can't keep
that's nice.
the snakes, though.
No. That try to avoid putting them in the same room,
Right.
Because it feels stressful for the hamsters, I think.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, you doing okay?
I'm very good. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you for taking the time again. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Rena, you want to jump in?
You can take the lead, because Martin, I managed to forget today was podcasting day, and I'm here at the Bodum bar with some Bodum beer. So
So I'm ready to go with it.
yeah, jump in, Bruce. Do
I'll
it.
just jump in. So Memorial due out here at the beginning of the month, I believe. Now that it's complete, what's been the response to it so far? I know I've heard the singles and pretty good response.
Very positive, yeah. Very good. Both from media, which means just people we're talking to, making interviews and just hearing what they think about it. And from our friends, which, are the ones who kind of tell us the truth about things.
Right.
So, very good.
But you must have those friends, right, that are always saying, "Oh, it sounds good no matter what." How do you know who the real people are and who to trust that's real?
I don't really have those friends.
Oh, really?
I don't know, no, like the yes sayers.
Yeah, I thought everybody had those people like, "Oh, yeah, it's great."
No, yeah, but I probably don't ask those friends.
Right. So when you were writing this, again, you guys took on some heavy topics. I mean, last time it was the political unrest and that sort of thing, and now it seems to be more towards war. And I was reading you got some PTSD stuff in there. Do you consciously go in there thinking about that? This is how we're going to write it, or does it just come out?
Oh no, we always. I think we were very inspired by what was happening in that moment, and when we were writing this album, the invasion of the Ukraine happened, and with our bass player being Ukrainian, that kind of settled the emotion of being about the war. Then there was also the revolution in Iran with this, the first this young girl that got beaten to death.
Yes.
Because she didn't wear right hijab. I think that also, I don't know, gave fuel to how the album came out, because it's a very aggressive album for being us, and somehow. But when you talk about these things and you have these messages, the music needs to be serious and strong enough to carry the words,
right. Do you feel a sense of responsibility to bring these issues to light, bring them to the attention of?
Yeah, I think, I do. I do. I always felt like I don't know. It's I'm always been a metalhead, and it's the only thing that is where I feel a lot more punk rock is when it comes to lyrics. I don't know what the fuck happened at the end of the 90s that we just stopped talking about social matters, important things, and we started talking about astronomy and stuff like
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and even your videos are usually right on point, with what's going on. And I think it's great to bring to light some of these issues, especially since a lot of people may not even know.
I think there's I mean it's a lot easier not to talk about them.
Yes.
I
Oh,
think
I 100%
it's more
agree.
easier to be introvert and do your poetry that only you understand and do all that. It, gives a little bit of a gives you more mysticism, and at the same time is you don't need to be faced with some things that you have said in interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to take the way out, but
No, I think it makes people uncomfortable, but maybe uncomfortable is what you want, right? Because then you're forced to see what you may not have watched on the news or something like that, right?
but if that makes you uncomfortable, it's just because I don't know, social media, society today has messed with our minds so much that if you're saying logical things like a girl shouldn't be beaten to death because she refuses to wear certain clothes, a
Right.
man shouldn't beat the shit out of a young girl because of this or that. Honestly, I mean,
Yeah, and it's like the
logic.
world is not a safe space. Like it's ridiculous to expect that. Like if you are unaware of these things, then you are deliberately closing your eyes and ears. And
But I think a lot of people are, right?
I agree.
yeah,
It's a choice. It's a choice not to talk about the things for most of the bands. It's a choice not to say anything that really fucking matters. At the end of the day, and it's I think it's making our music, the music that I love, the music that all my friends and my family listen to, dumber, which is it's how the world is going, and we gotta really it's on all it's on all of us to fight against that.
Oh, I
do you think it's happening on purpose, the dumbification of people?
I think it's more comfortable to be dumb or to play dumb and to avoid things that may make you sad or angry, or where you may have some kind of face-to-face discussion with someone. Is of course more comfortable to just don't think about it and talk about some YouTube clip where someone ate something funny,
right.
uh, but it's not really helping.
No, and like, don't put a tinfoil hat on me. But like, it's been studied that the like IQ, the general IQ of the population is going down. It's going down, and it's like it's easier to control people who are not that smart or not that educated. So, like in my opinion, it's not an accident that there's so much of this fluff and just
Dumbing
like
down.
content that is meaningless. It's just brainless, meaningless fluff that you can consume without it affecting you in any way. Like that you watch a 15-second TikTok video and you forget about it in the next 4 seconds and you move on to the next one, and we become this like uh, fast food society when it comes to information as well and content. And it's like these complex subjects like war and inequality, they take a lot more of your brain resource to get into. So like if we are just fed this fast food in the form of
Oh,
information, then that's what we get used to and that's what we go for.
yeah, but it's not only that. It's also that things like war and inequality and they make you feel something.
Right.
Mm.
Going, seeing war images, understanding what's going on, it makes you feel feelings that are not as nice as the feelings that the TikTok videos
Right.
may give.
Of kittens. Right.
Yeah, and handling those feelings, it's harder for the younger generations today. Just to be closer to sadness, to anger, and stuff, because they raised differently. Kind of reaching out to all of these very various videos that just keep you entertained and give you that little bit of dopamine all the time. So yeah, I agree with what you just said.
All right.
Awesome.
You guys got a lot going on this summer, right? I mean, you just did Download, and then you're getting ready for a September tour.
Yeah, we've been busy, which is nice. So yeah, now we're actually having a little bit of a vacation here for a few weeks, but we're gonna start rehearsing soon for the tour, and we've done many festivals. We have a few more to do. It's been a very good year for us.
Is it
Very
nice?
good 2 years.
Nice to be back and out playing again.
Yes, it is. It is.
And I mean, and I imagine the crowds are loving it too, right? The energy's got to be amazing because you were away for so long.
It is. I mean, we have only had, I think, the whole Imperial period, these 2 years that we've been touring, have been really, really great for us. There's a lot of new doors that have opened, and we got to tour South America a couple of times. We got
Yeah, I
to
saw
tour
that.
the US, which we never did before. So it's it's looking bright. There is people out there still interested in old men complaining about the world.
Oh, for sure. And like, you came here to Finland as well. You played that outdoorsy gig here in the capital area somewhere. I missed it, but
a lot of people came out and was very successful.
oh yeah, you guys totally have a serious following here.
I've heard that the South American fans are pretty rabid for metal, right? What was the reception like down there?
South America is magical.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Both there are magical. People there is it's, I don't know. I really love it. Might be because, of course, my roots are South American, but I for some reason I feel at home.
Yeah.
And and I think everyone here, everyone in the band, just had an amazing time in South America, and the crowds are so, they give back so much energy. So it's a very rewarding.
Yeah, I've seen some videos online, like even with Monarch and the crowd singing right back with it. It's pretty cool. Or right back with Joel.
They sing everything, man. It's really, really amazing.
Excellent. So what do you guys have planned after this? How long of a run is it? Just a couple of weeks, right?
I think we do 4 or 5 weeks, and then we have a proper vacation. We start writing for the next album, or we continue writing for the next album.
Oh, you're already into the next one?
Yeah, because we start touring, and then it's hard to find the time to actually sit down and write. So we are writing all the time. So yeah, we have this. Then we go to South America again.
Nice.
And then the US, and then another Europe, and that's what you do.
How do you keep up? So we talked about it. We're not young anymore. How do you keep up with the tours like this?
Who's we, Bruce? Who the fuck is we?
Sorry, Rena. Martin and I.
I think, well, I mean, you come to the point now where you actually have to go to the gym and work out a little to be able to face the tours.
Yeah.
And then you just go for it, and we maybe have a little bit more day offs now than we had when we were younger, but we still feel. I don't know. If you would ask me when I was 20, I thought that at 45 I would be in a wheelchair, and now when I'm 45, I feel quite. I think that physically I'm the same as I was 10 years ago, but psychologically I'm just I think my I get enough of shit a little bit faster than I
Right.
did before. I may just not be as happy and inviting as I was when I was younger, probably.
Right. That makes sense. Rena?
So more of a fuck off attitude, which is a pretty healthy attitude, if you ask me. But no, I get it. But how's your family dealing with you being away that much?
Great. No,
Great, they're just happy.
Right.
Good riddance, man. Good riddance. See ya.
I mean, it's worked like this for since forever in this family, so they're used to, and there's routines that work when I'm away, and then I come back. I'm not away that much either. We try to always never tour more than a month, and then just a month and come back. And honestly, for me, I mean, it really works. There's a special vibe because you know that you're with your family and they're with their parents, and they know and I know that I'm gonna leave soon, and then there's a longing for that person to come back. So it's emotionally, I think it's very strong and stronger than it was maybe during the pandemic when I was here all the fucking time.
Right. So you
I
take
mean,
advantage of the
Yeah.
time you have.
sorry.
You take advantage of the time you do have. Make the most of it.
Yeah, and you kind of have the energy, and you're positive, and you're more of a super dad. And what I was during the pandemic, I was here 2 years, and I was no fucking super dad.
I
Yeah.
think it all got to us, that's for sure.
Yeah,
No, I don't know if there's anything wrong with admitting that we can be better parents when we don't have to assume that role every fucking day. You know? Like when you get a break, it's good for everybody.
it's good for everybody. It's 100%. And in this case, yes, it works for me. And when I'm home, my wife also is an artist. She usually goes away to do her stuff. So we have a very dynamic that really works.
That's beautiful. Rena, you got
Yeah, that's super important. Yeah, that's like really important having that balance. Like not to dig too deep into like your family stuff and everything, but like I think it's equally fair to then enable your partner to have their life and their sort of needs and goals and whatever to be met, and you being the enabler of that as well when you're at home.
Everyone is to be happy, otherwise there's no point really.
Right.
Of course, it's not only. I mean, sometimes you can be on a bus in Serbia and feel in a gas station and feel what the fuck am I doing here? Like I should be home.
Right.
It's like
right.
or something. But it's this is a job too. We need to pay our rent and eat,
True.
and this is the way to do it.
Right. No, I agree. So Memorial out on September 1st. If fans want to find you guys, can you give us your socials?
Just Google Soen, like they're
Just Google
everywhere.
Soen. That's fine.
They're they're SOEN.
Rena, you got
That's where
anything
you want to go. Just it was super lovely talking to you, and super lovely seeing you again. Last time we spoke about our kids and the choices we can sort of make for them, like the whole bullying thing, and what's the limit of being yourself. Has there been any sort of developments in your thinking regarding that? Has like So we were last time we spoke about like my kid, my boy wanted to wear a skirt, and I of course bought it for him and let him wear it to daycare. And I can't remember, but we had like around similar age, at least one of our kids. So is this something that like is a relevant topic in your family right now? Is it like, you know, that your kids want to represent themselves in ways that are unconventional?
Well, I remember actually that we spoke about this, and it came down to what do you do? Do you act in the sense of do you act? Do you kind of save your kid from whatever bullying he may face by not letting him use a skirt, or the other way around, or do you out there to wrestle with the wolves and see and to make a point? I don't know. There's no. I don't think we have an answer, right?
I don't
No.
know. There's no manual, that's for sure.
No.
Yeah, I guess, and I guess it also is very much about the kid themselves. You know,
I think it's exactly how strong is your kid in that, how
yeah,
how much can it take, or to it's a tough one.
yeah. But at least in my case, it went well. Like, you know, he got to wear a skirt, and then, you know, it was fine. Then they just had a talk with all the kids, and like, because some of them, of course, were like, "What the hell?" But then,
Right, I imagine.
yeah,
No.
but you know, but it's a good thing, I think. Mine is starting school now, so it's a wider pool of kids of different ages. So I guess that question like becomes even more pressing, you know, like, you know, the consequences that can happen are different in daycare than school, where there's, you know, much older kids and stuff. But let's see what he wants to do.
The most important thing is not to, because I've seen this a lot. I'm not saying in your case, but I've seen a lot of parents fighting, you know, using their kids to fight their battles.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That is what, of course, that is just being a coward yourself, and kind of being a bullying your kid yourself.
Oh yeah, definitely, completely agree. Has to stem from the child themselves, and yeah. But yeah, parenting, it's a doozy.
That's no answers, right? But it's a interesting ride, and it's very rewarding.
Yes,
for the most.
I agree. For the most
part.
I agree.
For the most part, totally.
All right.
I could tell you an awful anecdote right now, but I don't know if it's appropriate.
Well,
maybe it's not.
I think it might be. Go ahead. Go for it.
Well, you know, like you said, for the most part, it's great, but then you might also end up in a situation like this. So I told my kid last week that today is cleaning day, that we're gonna clean, and he goes like, can I finally be the one to vacuum? And I'm like, yeah, dude, of course, maybe I can allow this. And he's like, yeah, well, there has to be a very specific song playing when I do it, and that song was "Eye of the Tiger" by Survivor. and he's doing it, and then I'm like, all right, well, you should check under the couch whether there's stuff under there, so like, you know, whether it can be vacuumed. And what was under there was my vibrator. which he grabbed, and he has recently found beatboxing, and and he's like, Mom, yeah, it's kind of like shaped like a microphone. He's like, Mom, is this your microphone? And then he just starts fucking beatboxing into my vibrator.
Jesus.
And I'm like, holy fuck, Mother of the Year award coming my way once again. I'm like, no, sweetie, it's not a microphone, and you know. But yeah, those are the top moments of mummying for sure.
Great story.
That is a great.
Thank you.
You're not going to forget that anytime soon. Well, Martin, that's going to bring us to the end, I believe. Well, let me end on that note. Thank you. Hey, man, we were all over the place today. Hope you didn't mind.
No. This is fun, man. This is how interviews should be always.
Well, good. We just like to chat.
Exactly. We love having you, man.
Yes, thank you so much. Good luck with the record. Hopefully we'll see you here in the States or maybe even on 70K this year.
Hopefully, yeah. I want to go back there.
Yeah, I want to see you guys there again for sure.
All right.
I'll throw it out.
Have a great day, Martin.
Hey, be well.
I'll
Thank
see
you
you
so
soon.
much.
Bye.
All right, cheers.
Bye, guys.
Bye.